Too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlan Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlan.
So corny. So corny. And pay attention to a few things. Look at how the bench reacts. This was a regular foul. She didn't want to give her a free layup. Angel Reese is not the most skilled player. This is something in basketball that happens all the time. Make them go earn it at the foul line. Make 2 shots rather than an easy layup. And we don't even take into account, if you look at Angel Reese right. First and foremost, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that continues to tap in with us, like and subscribe and join our community. If you haven't already, please make sure that you do. We look forward to engaging in some dope convo with you that can help us all elevate. So like, subscribe, and maybe even share the video if you're feeling real generous. On that note, we'll let you get back to the video. See you soon. This turned into some whole racial debate and racial divide. I would say I don't know how, but there's no way that you could be listening to the first part of the show and then sit back and wonder, oh, I don't know how this could happen. It's very obvious how this can happen because we're living in a society where we try to make everything about race. Everything is sexualized. Everything is racialized by the people that want to embrace victimhood and claim being oppressed. Let's look at this.
Clark racing ahead, zips it to Bonner. And Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlan Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlan.
So corny. So corny. And pay attention to a few things. Look at how the bench reacts. This was a regular foul. She didn't want to give her a free layup. Angel Reese is not the most skilled player. This is something in basketball that happens all the time. Make them go earn it at the foul line. Make 2 shots rather than an easy layup. And we don't even take into account, if you look at Angel Reese right here, she actually fouled this girl harder than Caitlan Clark fouled her by pushing her in the back of her head or in the back, wherever she pushed her.
Rebecca Allen, too strong on a three. And look out, Caitlan Clark pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese.
So if you watch Angel Reese gets bullied out there by a lot of the other girls in the WNBA, a lot of the big girls. Angel Reese is a lot bigger than Caitlan Clark. I think she plays either forward or center. But her energy seems to be aggressive when it's the little white girl that fouls her. Now, I said to take a look at the bench. Her teammates that are on the court with her when it comes to Angel Reese, they're not even reacting to it. They don't even come to her aid because they're probably tired of it. It's not that serious of a foul. She's overreacting. But look at how the bench wants to react.
And look out, Caitlan Clark
teammates
pushes Angel Reese, and Angel Reese gets right up into Caitlan Clark. Afterwards has something to say as Clark walks away. We know there are always increased eyeballs, energy, and attention around the matchups between Reese and Clark. And Angel Reese,
I'll be honest. What is the word? Cringe. It's already cringe when you see like basketball players getting into it like this. For one, it's like, y'all know y'all can't fight. Nobody's gonna let y'all fight. Like, relax. Like, it's not even an aggressive sport like that. Maybe that's just my bias as for coming from a football standpoint, but stop it. Like it's just, they're not going to let y'all fight. It just feels a little even weirder with, never mind. Let me, all right. So that's the one situation. What's funny about that? Let's keep going. Let's keep playing.
It is still going after Caitlan Clark in the aftermath.
Everyone in the arena had to know this foul was coming. As soon as you saw Angel Reese wide open, you knew that Caitlan Clark was going to come in and take that foul.
Well, tension's high.
It's called a take foul, but people are acting like this wasn't even, and they called this a flagrant foul.
A moment ago after a hard foul from Caitlan Clark on Angel Reese that Angel took exception to. So initially, Angel pushes Natasha Howard. Caitlan Clark points out the no call. Then she applies a hard foul on Reese. Reese gets up right away to get in the face of Clark. Aaliyah Boston ends up getting between them. You'll see on this angle, the initial part seems okay from
flailing around. Like, we got to stop this. Matter of fact, I want to play. Do I have that? I'll play maybe the Corey Holcomb had a good response to this, in my opinion. Y'all may not like it, but I liked it. This is. He always calls Angel Reese a baby giraffe because he's like she has a lot of the issues that a lot of these taller people have. You know, like they're kind of awkward, like flailing around. So I'm getting away from the actual point. I want y'all to, before we get into what RG3 said about the situation, because that's what actually caused the uproar, I want y'all to take a look at another foul that Angel Reese committed against Caitlan Clark. So this was last year. This is Caitlan Clark right here. And watch Angel Reese foul her. I believe Angel Reese is this person right here.
Clark, hammer. 3 Sky players coming over.
Now the official is pointing to his head here, and I think they're going to look at this to review it.
The foul,
Look at this.
I believe, to Angel Reese. Yep, across the head.
You're not going for the ball.
The foul,
And even
I
if you are,
to Angel Reese.
come on now.
Across the head, and they will go to the monitor.
So they ended up upgrading this foul to a flagrant foul. But notice how Caitlan Clark responds. Did she get up trying to act like she was about to fight Angel Reese?
I think it'll be upgraded here. The sole purpose of it.
It's just, it's just strange. It's very strange. But let's get into the actual video that caused all of these issues. And I think I have some shorter videos that I'm going to try to play for you guys. Hold on. Okay. So RG3, I'm going to play this short, even though I want to go back to, hold on. You'll see. Hold on. You guys,
it's so obvious that Angel Reese hates Caitlan.
Let me make sure. All right. So y'all can see it. Let me go full screen. So this is what Ryan Clark got in trouble for. And you're going to see throughout the video that he has his wife, who's white, in the background during these conversations. So let's go.
Guys, it's so obvious that Angel Reese hates Caitlan Clark. If you don't know, let me inform you about what happened. Caitlan Clark committed a hard foul on Angel Reese as she was wide open for a free, easy layup. Routine play. Every one of you that's watching has heard your coach tell you, hey, we ain't gonna give them no easy points, no easy baskets, no easy baskets in the paint, baby. So why do I think Angel Reese hates Caitlan Clark? It could be the fact that Aaliyah Boston had to save Angel Reese from ending her career. This is a still shot. After the foul that Caitlan Clark put on Angel Reese tried to hit her. But if it wasn't for Aaliyah Boston putting her arms in the way, Angel Reese would not be playing basketball anymore.
I don't think she would have hit her, but yeah.
Because she was going to sucker punch Caitlan Clark. Now, you tell me a time when you've seen somebody get fouled on a basketball court in a professional league where they tried to almost sucker punch somebody that they were friends with because of a hard foul. I've seen LeBron James get fouled by Dwayne Wade, but it was a hard foul. LeBron didn't get up and try to smack him upside the head or hit him in the face from behind. But that's what Angel Reese did to Caitlan Clark. So where was this type of reaction last year when Angel Reese got chokeslammed by Alyssa Thomas of the Connecticut Sun? Y'all remember that? So after watching the play, I tweeted out, after watching Caitlan Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, there is no way Angel Reese can continue the lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlan Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlan Clark. Not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate.
Let me turn this back down. I had to turn that volume up. I don't know why the volume was so low on that one. I don't really. Okay, so I wanted to show a different angle very quickly.
RG3.
Just stay. Hold on. No. I wanted to show y'all something else.
So where
I wanted to show y'all this real quick, just to look right here. You see what I'm pointing at? Or hold on, let me try to. His wife is in the background, so people were mad at his white wife being in the background while RG3 was having this conversation. I think that Angel Reese hates Caitlan Clark. I just don't have an issue with it. So what? You hate Caitlan? Like, there's a lot of people. Isaiah Thomas hated Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan hated, like, that's actually what a lot of times makes for the greatest sports rivalries. No?
RG.
But for whatever reason, I guess when he says that about Angel Reese, people get upset. And this is the response that Ryan Clark had to this situation.
RG3 called what Angel Reese did hate. He said you could see the hate on her face for Caitlan Clark. I'm not really sure when we moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate, because I think he also understands the hate of self. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlan Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know.
First and foremost, Angel Reese came out and said that she embraces this villain role. So all this caping, man.
About RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what Black women have.
Hold on.
Heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what Black women have to endure in this country, about what young Black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlan Clark's rise and ascension into stardom.
That's ESPN's Ryan.
What are we talking about? Bro, yo, so because he has a white wife and he doesn't have the conversations with Black women, or so you say. I mean, I guess he could have the conversation with his mother, his aunts, his cousins that I assume are Black because he's Black. Because he has a white wife, he's not allowed to comment and say that Angel Reese hates Caitlan Clark. This is the pandering. See, we think that women will think that Ryan Clark is standing up for you, but in all actuality, he's really being disrespectful in a sense of he's trying to, like, y'all are so weak, I got to stand up for you. Yo, it's just basketball. Yeah, they should be able to hate each other. So what? First and foremost, want to give a huge shout out to everybody that continues to tap in with us, like and subscribe and join our community. If you haven't already, please make sure that you do. We look forward to engaging in some dope convo with you that can help us all elevate. So like, subscribe, and maybe even share the video if you're feeling real generous. On that note, we'll let you get back to the video. See you soon. Those make the best rivalries, right? But now he said, well, he should watch his words and how he says that she hates this white woman because he doesn't know what Black women have gone through. Like, how does this turn into that? How does this turn into that? They've had a rivalry back and forth, and the only reason why we even think about Angel Reese having a rivalry with Caitlan Clark, because it benefits Angel Reese a whole lot more than Caitlan Clark, if we're being real. It benefits Angel Reese a whole lot more. Why does it benefit Angel Reese a whole lot more? Because Caitlan Clark does not need to have a rivalry with Angel Reese, who is nowhere near as good of a basketball player as her. She's not even on the level. Like, this is like comparing. I can't even say what I was. This is like comparing Michael Jordan to, I don't even know. I don't even know. You want to know why I can't give you a name? Because we would not know Angel Reese's name unless in the championship, when they beat Caitlan Clark in Caitlan Clark's junior year and Angel Reese's senior year, and she taunted her in the championship game talking about she's got a ring. That's the only reason why we know Angel Reese. We wouldn't know her. We're not supposed to know Angel Reese. So this benefits Angel Reese should be doing exactly what all the other women in the WNBA should be doing. Kissing Caitlan Clark's feet and thanking them that they're making more money, they're riding private, and they're actually having a certain amount of stardom, and people pay attention to their league that has been subsidized by the NBA for 20-something years because they can't make money because nobody goes to their games. Now Caitlan Clark, she's outselling some of the NBA games when it comes to the arenas when she's coming in town. But they hate on her. We know how this deep-rooted hate comes. Like, and Ryan Clark gonna play these race games. Like, it's so corny. Like Bez said, RC's such a clown, bro. And then he talks about this, and then it comes out that his first baby mom's is white. And hold on, besides all that, I could, you know what I could see? If we were having a conversation about black power and black this and black that, okay, maybe that's a conversation to where you say, well, bro, like, you know, you got a white wife, so it's like here you're talking about all this black empowerment and all this stuff. It's not consistent. And then I would still call out black people, because one of the people that we follow the most, Dr. Umar Johnson, the stuff that he calls out black men and doing, and how he panders to black women, claiming the Prince of Pan-Africanism and all this, and you're not taking care of your kids. But we'll disregard that and continue to follow you. So the energy, once again, is just not consistent. He can't make a comment and do his job as a sports analyst because he has a white wife. He can't comment in a negative way on a black player. And I can't even say that it was negative. He said she hates him. And the reason why I can't say it's negative is because her perceived hatred for Caitlan Clark is the reason why she makes the money that she makes, the reason why she was able to get the NIL deals that she makes. And I was mistaken. Angel Reese was actually in her junior year as well when they won the championship, because they played again. And well, they didn't play again. They ended up getting knocked out their senior year by South Carolina, her actual teammate now. But neither here nor there. Neither here nor there. There's no consistent energy. So let's move on. I want to put this video up. I want to listen to RG3's response. I'm not even an RG3 guy, to be totally honest. But what's funny is people call Ryan or RG3 corny, and I don't really watch a lot of RG3. I don't watch, like, I don't even know what he's on. I guess I don't know what platform he's on. I don't know. I don't see him a lot, but I can see why people would call him corny. I can just see it. I just don't care. People used to call Nick Cannon corny. I like that. Like, corny is cool to me. So I kind of look at it a different way, but I don't mind that corny, how they're trying to call him corny for. And when it comes to like the Nick Cannon and all this other stuff. But what's corny is how Ryan Clark moves. That's corny to me. And I've always looked at him as being corny. This whole trying to be a tough guy, but moving like a victim and all this other, it just was corny to me. But let's listen to what RG3 said in response.
Just because Angel Reese is a black woman doesn't mean that a black man or a black woman who happens to be an analyst can't give their opinion on her game. Just because Angel Reese is a black woman doesn't mean that a black man or a black woman cannot critique her game. To be quite frank, a black man or a black woman can critique anybody's game just the same as a white man or a white woman can critique anybody's game. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, regardless of the color of skin that somebody is. And if you don't like that opinion, that's fine. But it shouldn't resort to personal attacks. I just believe we got to be better in this space, man. Debate the game. That's fine. Debate the game.
On this guy, former NFL player and ex-ESPN analyst Robert Griffin III.
Caitlan Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her...
Yeah, you know what? It all comes down to a few different things. I want to get away from this because we got to wrap up soon. But let me play this funny... do I have it? I think this is where... Hold on. Hold on. Listen to this. Hold on. So they talked about it on It Is What It Is. And I just want to share this because it's funny. But listen to what Cam said. What Cam said is exactly what this comes down to.
Hey, mind you, the media already does this whole thing with them. That's annoying.
Okay, but what
like
went through her head, Stat?
That's what I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Whatever specifically went through her head.
The black girl power shit, man.
It was hate. It was hate.
No, but that's because there's some words.
It was, nigga, I know you.
No, but what I'm saying is
that foul wasn't even that crazy. Yo, but just saying status, you be like, I got fouled. You look up, oh, it's you. So go crazy. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm.
What Cam said, this is this whole black girl power stuff. They're going to align. This is why Stephen A. Smith was scared to vote against Kamala Harris. This is why Target and all these other this is why y'all get so scared, because y'all scared of getting targeted. That's the new canceled. Y'all scared of getting targeted. because of this black girl women stuff. Yep. Hey, they're flexing their power, and they know that looking at this type of situation with Angel Reese, black women are going to defend Angel Reese. And when I say black women, I'm not talking about all y'all. I know the ones that are watching the show. To be totally honest, I'm being honest. I think the women here will call it straight for the most part. Yeah, for the most part. But come on now. This is just corny to even be. How do we get drawn back into the race and the sexism? And this is why I've said over and over, they are trying to brew a race war. They're trying to brew a race war. Here you have a girl like Caitlin Clark. If you were raising your son or your boy, and you were trying to teach them like certain players to look at, to follow, to get some wisdom from, to get some game from, you would point them in the direction of Caitlin Clark. She gets fouled hard, doesn't respond. She lets her game do the talking. She takes whatever bullying that they try to do with her, just takes it. She never feeds into it in the media when they're asked about it in an interview. She's not going to all of a sudden, like Angel Reese commented, or somebody commented that Angel Reese was having racial slurs thrown at her during the game. Like, come on, bro. Like, if it's like all this victimhood. It's crazy. And Jamel Hill, the ESPN sports writer, the one that's on CNN from time to time, who racializes everything. But she actually did say something recently. We clapped for her because normally she racializes everything. And she said that this particular situation wasn't about race. But this one, she had the nerve to call Angel Reese relate Angel Reese to being like Muhammad Ali and what Angel Reese goes through. No, if anybody, relate Caitlin Clark to Ali. If anybody, relate Caitlin Clark to Jackie Robinson, because that's how all of these other women in the WNBA look at her. The same way that all those white players in the Major League Baseball were looking at Jackie Robinson. They didn't look at Jackie Robinson and appreciate Jackie Robinson for all the money that he brought to the game, because when you go back to those times, the Negro leagues were making more money and selling out stadiums more than the major leagues. Branch Rickey made a logical financial decision, not a moral decision, in my opinion. They didn't thank Jackie Robinson that they had more eyes on the games, that more people were interested in playing all these different things, that he elevated the game. They didn't thank him for that. The same way they're not thanking Caitlin Clark. They spit on Jackie Robinson. They did all these other things, not saying they're spitting on Caitlin Clark, but they're doing all this other stuff, this extra stuff. Just you can YouTube highlights of how she's getting fouled and disrespected in games just because these girls are hating on her. So it's just funny to me. It's just funny to me. Like, y'all let these Ryan Clarks and these Jamal Bryants and these Dr. Umars gas y'all women up, and they have absolutely nothing to give y'all. They have nothing to give y'all. But Ryan Clark, his first baby mother, I believe, was white. You got Dr. Umar pandering to all y'all, talking about what a man should be doing and all these and feeding into y'all Negroes ain't ish, deadbeat dad talk. And then it comes out that he's been a deadbeat dad to his daughter. And you got the pastors talking about they're being hypocritical, trying to convince us not to shop at Target, who probably, if we broke it down, they probably hire more black women than black men, and they're the number one employer of black people outside the federal government, but they convince us and manipulate us for their own power and pockets in order to gain success. And something else that I forgot to mention with the whole Stephen A. Smith thing. How did I mention this? How did I forget to mention this? Remember when Stephen A. Smith said, and I just thought about it, when Stephen A. Smith said, I told y'all to remember two things. He said that he didn't want to vote for a president that was, or he said maybe they just don't want chaos that a president would bring, or trying to line their pockets. Let me show y'all what good old ChatGPT came up with. Now, we know it's ChatGPT, but I forgot that I pulled this up for y'all to take a look at, because this just shows all this hypocrisy. I'm sorry I'm bouncing back and forth, but I just wanted to show y'all the hypocrisy. Is this it right here? Hold on. I think this is it. Let me see if this is it. Let me make sure. Okay, this is what I want y'all to look at. I pulled this up. Now, it's ChatGPT, but I kind of confirmed it. Well, I heard somebody else say it, and then I just looked it up on ChatGPT. Stephen A. Smith said that he didn't want a president that was trying to pad his pockets. So I looked at Donald Trump, and I said, okay, everybody's calling out Donald Trump, thinking that Donald Trump is trying to enrich himself as the businessman, right? To make more money as the president. But then I looked at his net worth before he was president at 3.7 billion. And then I looked after the first term, and it went down to approximately 2.3 billion. Now here it says right now it's gone up. But I want to look at this instance, because obviously when Stephen A. Smith was making his decision, he did not know that Trump's would boost, now that he became president again in 2025, which is understandable. But from his first presidency to when he lost, it decreased to 2.3 billion. So when Stephen A. Smith's making his decision on who to vote for, and you look at how much Donald Trump's lost after he was president, he lost what, $1.4 billion. But then you look at all the other presidents. Joe Biden went from an estimated, before his presidency, 7 to 9 million to 10 to 15 million. Bill Clinton went from 1.3 million before president to approximately 120 million right now. Barack Obama went from 1.3 million to approximately 70 million right now. This is why I say these people are full of it. Stephen A. Smith to all these other people, they're full of it. When you have to try to rationalize your decision making with bringing some sort of logic, you get called out on it. You're worried about a president trying to line his pockets. How did Biden's net worth grow so much? How did Bill Clinton go from 1 million to what did I say he was at, 120 million? To 120 million. How did Barack go from 1 million to 70 million? Donald Trump went from 3.7 billion to 2.3 billion. This is what I mean when the arguments are not consistent. It's just what you're triggered by off of your feelings. When you look at the actual numbers, it doesn't align with what people are presenting. It just is what it is. So we're going to wrap up. I got to get out of here. I actually got to run. I was supposed to get out of here a little bit earlier today. Let's do our 45 seconds. Y'all know what we do. We set out every Sunday and Monday to make this our greatest week ever. Once again, happy Memorial Day. Let's take some time during the day. Maybe we could do this with our 45 seconds, but to appreciate all the people that have risked their lives in order for us to have this super privileged, amazing life that we live in America. Super privileged, where people died to come here, risk everything, where we can accomplish whatever it is that we want to accomplish. Even though a lot of us tend to embrace being victims and being oppressed, life is amazing. It is what it should be, in the words of the GOAT, Drake. All right, let's do our 45 seconds. Of course, you could take your time to do whatever you like. Get your meditation, get your breath work, manifest. But the goal is to leave this show with the right mindset to have this being our greatest week ever. All right, 45 seconds. Let's begin now. All right, went a little over. My bad. I almost took a nap. Now let me stop. I'm gonna wrap it up quick. Y'all know we come here to do elevate on purpose, both from an intentional standpoint, raising our standards to become the best leaders we can become, and in order to accomplish these audacious goals that we set for ourselves, strength and honor, onward and upward. Get to that bag. What's the bag? Whatever you decide is that bag. What do I focus on? Peace, love, happiness, health, wealth, integrity. And what did I say? I think I added something the other day. Did I add purpose? I'm not sure. But it depends on that. Those are the things that I'm focusing on. So you determine what your desires are, back into it. And when we say what's in your bag, those are all the little things that are going to make sure that you're aligned with achieving and striving for that purposeful abundance and the impact that we're going to make on this world that we like to call our personal legend. All right. Quee sent the fire emojis. Y'all know what it is. Once again, happy birthday to Unc. Unc's birthday was yesterday. Y'all wish Unc a happy birthday. We're going to get out of here. Yeah, let's go do some work or let's rest. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I hope y'all enjoy your day. Give your parents a hug. Give your loved ones a hug. And maybe reach out to that person that you've been avoiding and piece it up. It's not that serious. All right. It's not that serious. Get over it. All right. Ease the ego. All right. Both of y'all. Y'all know who I'm talking to. Nah, I'm just making that up. But everybody probably thought of it like, yo, he talking to me. Nah. All right. On that note, I'll see y'all soon. Ew.